get y'all had.
Hi, this is Snoop Dogg, and you're about to see the best sports and entertainment talk show on the internet with your host, Troy Geary, the man who seems to go to every sporting event. Dave Stevens, born without legs, but won 7 Emmys and played college football and minor league baseball. Throw in Will Stein wherever Will Stein is, and you've got a heck of a show. It's the Geary, Stein, and Stevens Show. Faux shizzle.
Well, once again, thank you, AI Snoop Dogg. We have so many people that think Snoop actually did that for us. But Dave Stevens again, coming to you on Radio Row, one of my favorite moments of the week. And it seems like we only get to see each other these days at big events like Super Bowls and All-Star games and celebrity softball games. But I'm bringing in an old friend who has been a part of my life for a few years. I'm talking about BJ Ganem, the CEO and president of Sierra Delta, and it's been a great morning already because BJ is here to talk about Sierra Delta and what they're doing, and he already gave me my beat, so I feel obligated to maybe show you something here, but no, we don't want people to not watch our show, but BJ is just a couple of feet away, otherwise we'd be hugging because his story is amazing. He was hurt, overcame losing a leg and losing his fellow countrymen, and has come back to not only give back, but give back in a way that has given him national attention. He's appeared on David Letterman. He's appeared on Drew Barrymore. He's on commercials for dog food. I mean, he is doing so much with Sierra Delta, and we're here to talk about what those efforts are and how important Sierra Delta is to those veterans. So, BJ, it's your platform.
Hey, man, thanks again for having me. It's crazy that this is we only see each other anymore at these big events like you were saying, but it's great. And again, thank you for always helping champion Sierra Delta. And quite frankly, Sierra Delta is a community. It's what this country needs more. We need more community building, and all veterans are welcome to join. We work with veterans to help them get dogs trained to their specific needs and lifestyle, so it's not just a service dog. It's less than 1% of the total amount of veterans need an ADA service dog. The rest of us can just really use a good buddy. That's why we call it the Life Buddy program. And so in this program, all veterans can join. IDNE verifies them. They don't have to send in their vital information, their DD-214. They don't have to tell us a sad story because we're not needs-based or disability-based. So what we want to do is really just provide a true thank you for your service. In this country, we kill over 800,000 healthy, trainable, and adoptable dogs. These men and women that served in the military, what they thrived on was leading a team, having a mission, getting a list of things that they needed to accomplish. So when we pre-train these dogs for these veterans, we are withholding 80% of the medicine that they need. And in the training industry, like the service dog industry, if you will, they utilize lay people to train their dogs. They're sending them to college campuses, to prisons, to their donors with a list of things to do. So that's what we do different at Sierra Delta. We meet these veterans where they're at. We're on the goal. We've guaranteed 300 grants this year. We've already issued 20 so far this in January, and we're showing no signs of slowing down. The only thing we need is money. And I know that sounds gross, right? But we are developing service projects where we'll help you understand what we're looking for in a rescue dog. So then you can come watch some videos and then go get some service hours at your local shelter, playing with dogs, giving them a break from their cage and the chaos that's in the shelter. And then also take some videos and pictures and let our community know what's out there, what dogs are available, what they're like on leash, what they're like, what their temperament's like. And then we can help move this along.
And I feel so blessed that you guys have embraced me into that military family. I'm your half brother, even though I didn't lose anything like you guys did in the trauma that you went through. But what we forget about is once you guys are home and you're readjusting to life, it takes so much more. And that's why we know that the suicide rates, we've lost so many friends, you've lost so many brothers and people you've worked with that you thought one day they're okay, and the next day you hear that they've taken their own lives. So it's such an important job that you're doing. And I think it's a no-brainer trying to bring all these organizations together that you're trying to do good for the people that give us the protection and the freedom that we have had for our lifetime here in the United States.
Well, we have to look at how we're delivering services. In my estimation, the reason why we have such a high suicide rate in the veteran community has nothing to do with what we did overseas or the trauma that we experienced. It has everything to do with how services are delivered to us by the VA, the government, and also by nonprofits. By insisting that we have to prove need for the help that you said that we already are entitled to because we raised our right hand and did all the things that our country asked us to do. That's the biggest fallacy that I see. The myth out there is that all veterans are entitled to VA health care. That's a lie. You're only entitled for 1 year unless you file for a disability. And then when you look at that disability rating schedule, you're constantly having to prove what you did. I had to go into Great Lakes Naval Academy a year after my amputation to go to a VA appointment to prove that my leg hadn't grown back. I mean, that's nonsense. And we do this all the time. Like, a lot of these organizations are asking for a doctor's note to get a service dog. You know how many colleges in this country that have a medical training program are training doctors on when to prescribe a dog? 0. So why are we putting in all these unnecessary barriers, right? These unnecessary guardrails, these unnecessary restrictions when these are all accomplished adults. And yes, they need help, but we're not infants. We don't need saving. We need investment, and we need to build a community. Now, nobody that didn't serve probably doesn't understand what it's like to serve in the military. That's okay. 68% of American households have a dog, right? Dogs and humans have been working together for 35,000 years, right? You've gone through some stuff in your life, which is why we accept you. Like, you don't have to have served in the military to have trauma, to have PTSD, to have a TBI, right? But all the things that we need to get over it is a human condition. It's not just segregated to a certain community. And if we can build that bridge, and I think dogs give us that unique aspect that the majority of Americans understand that unconditional love that dogs give, and that just feeling of connectedness, that feeling of security, that feeling of fun, that the only creature I see in this world that can do that is the dog. And so by focusing on that and providing a baseline, again, our grants, max is $3,500 right now. But we're getting service dogs done for that much because the veteran is an active participant with a professional trainer in their area, and they're getting the tasks and the training done that's best suited for their family, for their needs and their lifestyle. They're not sitting on a 5-year wait list while everybody else takes turns playing with their dog before it gets to them, pre-named for them, pre-trained, and picked out. There are some people that need that, and I commend those organizations for doing that. But over 99% of us don't have that need for that. So let's get out of those lines. Let's put on our big boy and big girl pants, and let's get through the hard stuff by working together and having some fun. Right? That's one of the main things that I want to try to bring this year at Delta is that we can all help out, and we can all have some fun with these dogs and help a lot of people enhance or improve their life through service and the love of dogs.
Well, you've had a love of dogs, and I've seen, how the impact it makes in all these guys. Suddenly, they don't have hope, and then they have somebody that loves them, somebody to talk to, somebody to be a part of their life. We speak about life because you guys have started the Life Buddy program, the Life Force program, and the Life Blood program. So explain a little bit about those.
Sure. So the Life Buddy program, obviously the flagship to everything dogs, centered around training, understanding how a dog can impact your life. Life Force, that's where we're getting down into the personal development, right? Sierra Delta stands for service and dogs, not service dog. We love serving. We don't need to stop serving just because we took the uniform off. And if you really want to get down to what Life Force is about, it's creating service projects. So can get people activated in their own community. We have a great partnership with American Legion and GSS. Between those two legacy organizations alone, that gives us 18,001 clubhouses across this country in both rural and urban areas. So really trying to help those veterans figure out what's important to you and your community, what kind of support do you need to start a service program or just do a service project, right? We have this online community where they have a platform. The Lifeblood program, that's our partnerships with like Blue Buffalo and Walmart, where we're getting a percentage of their sales to feed the programs. And so we've got Cane Footwear. I got my canes on right now. Awesome. They're a big donor. We got American Metal Customs that also has a whiskey brand. We got doggy style pet shampoo and pet care products. Man, there's so many. We have tailgates. NFL tailgate with people that are donating money. So like it's limited only by your imagination. So Lifeblood exists there so you can know what brands are supporting us. You can also figure out how your brand can support us, or your family foundation, or all these other things. Like, it takes money. We're going to do 300 this year. Our goal is to get to 10,000 annually by 2030. Right? And if you just look at the raw numbers, $3,500 per veteran for training, that means we need to raise $350 million. Just on the raw numbers. But I think we'll pick up a lot of efficiencies, and not all training grants cost that much. Some veterans just want a basic canine good citizen. So that's like $1,500, and that works, right? That's meeting their needs, and that's helping them have the empowerment to decide what's best for them. Do your own research, if you will, right? And they can pick out their dog. They can name their own dog, and they can decide if it's going to be hunting or it's going to be scent detection. I mean, a lot of people are in the shed hunting, agility running, like all these things you can do with your dog. That takes the same type of training, the same type of discipline that you need to get to a service dog. And so what we're allowing is anything's on the table so long as it's not life work and it's not protection work. These men and women are the best. They don't need that dog to be there to protect them. They need that teammate. And if something does happen in their family, these dogs are going to react to protect their pack no matter what.
All right, well, stick with us. You're talking about dogs. When we come back, we'll talk a little football and Snoop Dogg. We've played with Snoop Dogg. He's been a fun guy to be around, and BJ, as we said, has been a Letterman, has Drew Barrymore. So we'll come back in a couple of minutes and wrap things up. And again, the call to action is to help BJ and Sierra Delta. You're watching the Geary, Stein, and Stevens Show.
Serendipity Yacht Cruises and Events wants you to come party with us. We're bringing the fun to the Houston Bay Area. Stay tuned for all of our incredible events throughout the year, featuring amazing food and drinks, live entertainment, special guests, and so much more. Fun, new, different. Serendipity Yacht Cruises and Events is where you want to be. So come party with us. It's more than a yacht. It's serendipity.
Introducing the world's first temporary airbrush tattoo kiosk, iTattoo, bringing wearable, shareable temporary body art to live events. iTattoo stands for Interactive Temporary Airbrush Tattoo Unit. The team is raising additional capital for this incredible iTattoo concept, putting ink on skin at scale. I'll say it again, folks, ink on skin at scale. This will be the coolest addition to any event, and imagine the reactions when you add body art to the mix. Cool kiosks for a large venue or event. And it's super sponsorable. If you or anyone is interested in talking about the cap raise or the unit itself, please reach out to Nathan or Chris at itattoo.life.
Hi, my name is Shaquille Duggar, and I'm the CEO and founder of Pi. My passion is and always has been helping people. That's why I created Pi. I wanted to devise solutions that would make it easier for businesses to become more efficient and effective to drive profitability, while at the same time helping the customers they serve. Our newest self-service solution is a perfect example of that collaboration. Business leaders told us they wanted a smaller alternative to the larger freestanding kiosks they already love, and we delivered with our newest product. A countertop device we call Eclair introduces space-saving, compactness, versatility, and convenience. When it comes to our self-service solutions industry specifically, we put considerable stock in the quote from Alan Key. People who are really serious about software should make their own hardware. That's Pi in a nutshell. To ensure we produce the best self-service options, we do it all, designing and developing our own hardware and software. The bulk of our business involves the food industry, catering to an evolving industry with technology that is ever evolving itself. Our customers aren't necessarily in traditional restaurant locations. They're in malls, food trucks, and pop-up stands. Additionally, we perform considerable research of consumer trends and behaviors, trying to forecast what they will want and need as it relates to self-service in the short and long term. It's challenging, but exciting and satisfying work. Visiting the restaurant of one of our partners and seeing customers effortlessly order and pay for food through a Pi kiosk puts a huge smile on my face. And it fuels to do more to further enhance their experience. Our latest kiosk designs are reflective of what we've learned, observed, and anticipated. We are designing attractive enclosures that make our kiosks hard to pass by. We're developing and installing intuitive software that's easy to use, and we're incorporating curved high-definition touchscreen that enhance visual quality. At Pi, our ultimate objective is to bring a personal approach to self-service solutions that also display our creativity and ability to devise great products. I introduce to you Pi's newest product, Eclair. Welcome to Pi.
Coming soon.
All right, welcome back to the Geary Stan and Stevens show. And of course, this is where we want you to go, what we want you to look at, and what we want you to do. That's our call to action as BJ Ganem joins us again. And BJ, tell us about this website.
So our website is really simple. It's our gateway into the community. So veterans, if you want to join, get right into that community link, throw your ID, membership in. If you're not a member, make yourself a member. You'll get right into the community. There's a store. You can get more information about the programs and, see some pictures of the dogs.
And we're always looking for surprises here on Radio Row. And we have a surprise as our good friend Michael Smith is joining us. Just straight out of Hollywood, it looks like here. No, this guy, I have seen some of the greatest receivers in football history. And this guy can fly. Well, he used to fly. We haven't played in a while, but the guy can fly down the field, make the greatest catches. Oh yeah, wave it. You've got one arm. I mean, people don't believe the catches he'd make, the interceptions he would do, the things on defense when we had our Wounded Warrior game. So Mike Smith is joining us, stopping by as he's got a busy day on Radio Row, signing autographs with all his bling and everything. So, brother, what's going on, man? Tell us.
Nothing, man. How you been? I haven't seen you in a while.
I'm good. It's good to have you back on the Radio Row. You're an old veteran of this. And tell us about BJ and your love for him and the support that you have for Sierra Delta and all those initiatives.
I mean, everybody knows how much I love BJ. Not only he, teammate, great friend, veteran in arms, but he's just a great person. And the things that he's doing for the veteran community with service dogs with Sierra Delta is just amazing. Like, I think I told the story 1,000 times. I didn't grow up with a service animal, and me missing an arm, I didn't think I ever needed one until I got one. Until BJ was like, "Hey, I think this is a good idea," and little did I know he was going to become a lifelong buddy. And one thing about a dog, period, is no matter what you do wrong in life, they're going to love you regardless. They have that super unconditional love. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, forever grateful for that. Yeah, Zeus, that's my guy.
That's right. Yeah. We're hoping that it gets better. Zeus got a little bit of infection on his paws right now, right?
Yeah, got a little infection on his paws right now, but he's gonna make a turnaround. That's German Shepherds, man. They sensitive stomachs and allergies real easy. So, yeah.
And you, the cool thing about your story is you came back and you served despite not having your arm. I don't think that's happened to a lot of military guys that went through what you went through. And then you became a great athlete. You were biking, cycling, running, all those kind of things. So update us what's going on in your life.
Yeah, like you mentioned, I lost my arm in 2011. Continued to serve, continued to be an athlete. Actually, my first really introduction to what I could really do was playing football with BJ and yourself, doing a flag football thing. And just the encouragement that you guys gave me helped catapult the rest of my Paralympic career, So had a little scary stint with some cancer issues, some kidney issues, but which forced me to stop doing triathlon. But I'm actually back into Paralympic cycling at an elite level. I just raced this past weekend in Florida, so everything's gonna open up, man. I just keep my faith and do the right thing, treat people right, and I think everything turns out the way it's supposed to,
And we are a brotherhood, and it's been amazing to watch you guys grow and make such an impact. And just you guys kind of reminisce about some of those memories. As I said, we played with Snoop Dogg. We've played with some of the biggest legends in the NFL, celebrities, people. I mean, what Chris Visser used to do, putting together that for the Wounded Warrior football, we really miss that. And this is the first Super Bowl we haven't had Chris around here. Chris had a great career. Leslie Visser happens to be his sister. She's a Hall of Fame broadcaster. But you guys kind of converse on some of those memories.
I'll tell you this. The very first time I saw BJ play football, it was like yesterday. And I thought he was doing it to get attention. This dude intercepts a ball, runs out of his leg, bear crawls, rolls, hops on one leg to score. And I'm thinking to myself, this dude just wants attention. This is a stunt. This is a stunt. Did your first leg end up breaking or something, right?
In Boston, it broke. I broke the foot off complete, and that's when I kept trying to play on it. We duct taped it, and then it ended up breaking off, and now it had just the post. And I even went out there for a little bit. Like, I keep stepping in the same hole. And, but, you know, you just got to have fun with it. You know, you can't let it own you. You know this. Yeah. Right? I mean, I call you Django Unarmed, right? Just because you got to make fun of it. I mean, he does look like Jamie Foxx, and it's a great movie, and he's a great person. So it's like, let's have fun with it. But, yeah, what happened was is I was running in the pin lock without a suspension sleeve, and I got sweaty because I don't work out regularly, and it fell off, like just slipped right off. So, no, it wasn't a stunt by any means, but, you know, when life deals you lemon, make some lemonade, and if you got the capacity to add some vodka, then of course, right?
Oh, we had a few of those.
I remember when we was in New England. Remember that?
Yeah.
Like, first play of the game, I tore my hamstring.
Yeah.
Like,
and that was with Drew Bledsoe quarterbacking, and then Hunt hang out with him. Like, that was some of the things that, like, seeing some of these athletes, even after their career, like Vic, Ricky Williams, Ricky Williams,
Vince Young.
Vince Young,
But the speed that these guys still have. And then, like, you know, Kenny Mayne even, like, he throws, he tries to kill you throwing the football, right?
Do you remember when he got mad when he got benched for Roger Staubach?
Yeah.
Staubach came in throwing 50-yard bombs at age nearly 70. And Kenny had to get back in there to show he could do it. And that's why it's been great, because the biggest thing I noticed, these old guys that probably don't play a lot of sports anymore, once they walk on the field and realize that these veterans who are missing arms and legs are competing harder than that, you remember the competitive juices, and we would get upset because they'd have the referees do some Harlem Globetrotter stuff, and it's like, no, we want this as an equal playing field, because you guys are trying to prove something, and that was always the best part. You'd hear the horror in the audiences as BJ's leg would fly off, or Michael would go up for an interception and come down hard and lay on the ground. You know, it was all those kind of things, but at the end of the game, you guys were the bigger stars than the stars that were supposed to be there. And that's what made it neat, and the awareness, but also the camaraderie that, BJ, that you brought by bringing in all these other veterans. And we'd sit on those team buses, and they'd be popping their Percocets and stuff because they had no outlook in life. And you guys gave them that opportunity not only to experience life, but to experience the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And it's great. I mean, we also had, you know, Jen Welter was on our team, the first NFL coach, and she's been a long supporter, and she gets after it. You were out there as well, driving everybody crazy because they couldn't see you, they couldn't block you. It's just been a lot of fun. We have Bonnie Jill, we have all kinds of people that are around the game. But when you meet like Kurt Warner being out there in LA, and again, like you talk about Snoop, you talk about Damian Thomason coming out, Roger Staubach, Jerry Kramer. I know I'm forgetting so many guys, and I apologize, but the camaraderie and the synergies that the veterans and the NFL veterans have, right? With the amount of brain injuries and PTSD that happens in the NFL. Right. And they face the same cliff that we do. Because once you're done playing football, you can't reenact that. Once you're done in the military, there's no way for you to go scratch that itch again. And so it's been like we haven't had the game in a few years now, right? COVID kind of messed up a bunch of stuff. So we're looking for a sponsor. We want to bring it back. We're in San
Mateo.
San Francisco next year. You know, we just need a sponsor. And it's funny how these players contact both Mike and I. I'm sure they contact you. Like, when are we coming back with that game? Because they look forward to it as well.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things. Like, when we're around all these celebrities and NFL players, like they're looking up to us. Like,
well, you guys are the true heroes.
I've literally had them, man. We get paid to do this, millions of dollars, but you guys show so much resiliency, and it's just over the years, just having personal relationship with these guys. I think we need that to come back. We need that.
We need community. It's all about building community. Get in where you fit in. Meet people where they're at, and just go. Don't try to save anybody. Don't try to fix other people, but just provide ways for people to be them. And that's what we try to do at Sierra Delta, right? Come in here, we're meeting you where you're at. We're not making you get anything, but we want you to reflect honestly as to what do you need in your life. What is it that you want to do with this dog? So, like Zeus, I think one of the coolest things is when you're doing the triathlete. You know, he would run next to you while you were running. He'd run next to you while you're biking. And while you're in the pool, he was just laying on the deck. Watching it. Yeah. And it's like, it's so cool to see that, right? And see even people that have a big family, right? We got some veterans come to us and like, listen, I just want a good family dog. And I know when they're outside playing with the kids, they won't run away. That's just as important as a dog opening doors for you picking up things that you dropped. Like, yeah, it's building that team again and reestablishing that sense that you're the leader and that you are capable of caring for something. And that's the dogs, man. They just love you regardless. They'll never put you on the waiting list. They'll never tell you you ain't pretty enough or you're not good enough. They're always there.
I think one of the things that people need to understand that we can't do this without them.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, this doesn't.
Right.
It's a full circle thing. We can't do this without the population, the support, sponsorships. Like, as we both understand, like the veteran community is heavily saturated with nonprofits. But I think if they just actually took a step back and look at what we're trying to do and what we've done for the community,
right.
You know, with other veterans and service dogs and how we help people, I think they would realize like we're a step above the rest.
It's just all about scale. We want to get.
I was so into listening to you guys, and I'm sitting here going, oh, I kind of like just in awe, like you guys took it over, and I think that's great. And I want to, before we wrap up, we talked about that family and helping each other. We also, and I don't want to say we took credit for it, but we brought on this young snotty-nosed Nate Boyer who didn't know what he was going to do in life when he got released by Seattle, right? He played in a game out in San Mateo with us. He got involved with the veterans. He started merging vets and players. And so we talk about that friendship and all these things working together help them to build this amazing organization now that really gives back.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, that's a great story in Nate and what they're doing at MVP and you know, college athletes and professional athletes are working out with veterans, and that's great, and it's all over the country and growing. Bonnie Jill has her own dog program too, where they're helping to bring veterans out to the farm and train their dogs. So many people out there. You're working with veterans in the podcasting space and the digital media space, which is what we need. Veterans, you need to get out there and tell your story, right? And that's the other great things that dogs provide. Is not everybody will understand what we did in the military, and that's okay. But 68% of American households have a dog in it. So everybody really understands, you know, what a dog does. So we can focus on that. We can build those bridges between different sections of the community, like the veterans and the civilians, or whatever it is. And just build strong community ties.
Yeah, I think for me, I pay homage to you too, bro, because I know you're about us and I know you're about servicing other people, man, but I'm giving you an air round of applause, man. You know, I believe in giving people flowers when they deserve it, bro. And you've been an instrumental part in all of this. And I know you know that. And I know you don't say it much. But you're like BJ. You guys play such a huge cornerstone, a huge part that you don't give yourself your own flowers. Sometimes you have to. But I want to say thank you just because you provide a platform for a lot of us, bro. Like every time I come to a Super Bowl, you take care of me. You take care of us. So definitely want to say appreciate you. And, I mean, you're an athlete. You're a heck of an athlete too, bro. Like I remember when I first saw you, and I was like, man, this dude. What is he about to do for real? Like, let's be for real. Like, come on. Waist down. What is he gonna do?
What is he gonna do? That touchdown to BJ, that one in Houston that I threw you.
Oh yeah. Nobody was expecting that. No. I was just watching, like, let's see how this is gonna unfold.
I'm gonna start crying here, but all right, let's get serious again. The call to action one more time. The website is
SierraDelta.com, and literally any amount of money. You want to throw $5. You want to put $5 a month. Every bit of the money that we can get just increases the more training grants that we can do. And
something again, is better than nothing.
That's right. We're raising about $1 million a year. We're doing 300 grants. Imagine if we did 10 million, then we'd be doing 3,000. You know, it's just a numbers game at this. And there's plenty of dogs because we kill 800,000. There's plenty of trainers and there's plenty of veterans. Let's just get out there. Let's have some fun with this and let's help some dogs and some vets. And please join us. Give what you can. Spread the word. I mean, if you can't give money, share it on socials. Just tell somebody about it.
Right.
You know? That's it.
And the golf tournament? The golf
Golf
tournament?
tournament's at Stanwich Club in Connecticut. It's our 3rd year there. We've done Wingfoot and TPC Sawgrass. We're looking to grow that. But yeah, if you're looking to play the #1 course in Connecticut, ultra private, it's May 15th this year, and the VIP party will be at American Metal Customs in Danbury on May 14th. A lot of great prizes, a lot of great vets, a lot of great people. Come on out and support us that way as well.
All right. Well, my friends here, between the 3 of us, we have 5 arms and 3 legs. So you can figure out who's missing what, right? All right. Well, thank you guys for joining me. It's a great day. I know you guys got to go and spread that word and the love. It's such a great thing. Don't forget to visit SierraDelta.com. Help BJ out, help Michael out, but more importantly, help those veterans.
This isn't
It's
my
the veterans.
organization.
It's about the veterans. All right. Next up on Radio Row, I don't know. We don't know who's stopping by. We might have Donald Trump come in. I don't know. We never know who's going to be here, right? A little bigger than Wayne Newton from last year, but you are watching Gary Stein.